Good morning, this is meteorologist and master's student Allison Krantz with a Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for August 17th, 2025. Looking ahead to the next 3 days, today there will be a scattered mix of wet and dry thunderstorms associated with the cold front across Idaho and Wyoming, with isolated storms in far northern Nevada and Utah. Some areas with wind gusts of 20 to 30 miles per hour and low relative humidity will be in western and eastern Nevada, as well as most of Utah. Monday, breezy and dry conditions will return for southwest Utah and the Arizona Strip, as well as parts of Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and Idaho the next 2 days, with a chance of an isolated dry thunderstorm in northern Idaho. Tuesday, hotter and drier weather sticking around through midweek with increasing fire behavior, but some possible isolated lightning returning Tuesday in eastern Nevada and a large swath of 20 to 30 mile per hour winds across the central portion of the basin. The past 24 hours saw widespread precipitation across the basin of less than a quarter inch, with some pockets of half an inch to an inch in southeast Nevada, western Wyoming, and around the borders of Idaho. Lightning strikes accompanied yesterday's storms with a large cluster in southeast Nevada, and then some more widespread across Utah. Pockets of lightning with the highest rain totals were also seen in western Nevada, western Wyoming, western Idaho, and northern Idaho. Fire activity across the basin primarily consists of existing fires, but a few new notable starts occurred in far northeast Nevada, like the Cow Creek fire, and one start in northern Idaho. Yesterday, initial attack activity was needed for 16 fires that burned a combined 528 acres, and then large fires grew an additional 15,229 acres. Current fire priorities include the new and emerging Cow Creek fire in far northeast Nevada, Cottonwood Peak, the Rock Fire, Monroe Canyon, Beulah, Sand Creek, Chin Creek, Box, and Rancho. Looking at the past 7 days, there's been precipitation across most of the basin of up to a quarter of an inch. There are also many pockets of half an inch to an inch, and even one pocket of 1 to 2 inches in the Arizona Strip, and along that border with Utah. However, the percent of normal precipitation over the past 30 days is still significantly down, except for northwest Nevada and northern Idaho, where precipitation totals have been much greater than normal. Looking at the ERC station point map, we saw a little more relief with the rains yesterday, but again, this will not last as Monday begins to dry out already, and they will start to fall. But this relief did occur in western Nevada, southeast Nevada, most of Utah, and parts of Idaho. Still very high ERCs overall, though. Some specific ERC percentiles include western Wyoming, where they are right around record max for this time of year, and the central Nevada desert, which is also right around their maximum. Moving to satellite, we see the front entering diagonally over Idaho. This will move through Idaho today and exit our area by Monday. Already, some rain and lightning strikes moving with this front can be seen on the composite radar, and some breezy winds are located ahead of this front. Also, there is showing some overcast conditions across most of Idaho and northern Nevada. Today, most of the smoke will be more dispersed and carried with the front as it moves through. Once it has passed on Monday, the smoke will start to be a bit more localized to fire locations, with the most smoke coming off of the Cottonwood Peak fire, the Box fire, and Rock fire. Today, we can see the front go through our area with some associated storms and breezier winds. With this front, we have issued high risk for lightning again in higher fire risk areas of Idaho and northeastern Nevada, where they have, especially northeast Nevada, where they have been seeing more frequent starts recently. Fire potential improvement from the rain was also seen across most of Idaho, going from moderate to low risk. Winds this afternoon will be prevalent with the highest concentration along the front storms in Idaho, and then some around the Sierra front. Relative humidity values remain low in the teens and single digits for most of Nevada and some parts of Utah. Relative humidity recovery was seen in Idaho and northwest Nevada from the rain. However, these are going to be drying out rapidly. Maximum temperatures today will be on the cooler end as the front lowers temperatures. Precipitation will be expected again across Idaho, and then some of those pockets in northern Nevada and Utah. Monday, drier air will encroach over the basin with some breezier winds, especially in western Nevada and eastern Idaho. These dry conditions will bring the fire potential risk improvement from Sunday back to moderate across most of Idaho, excluding western Idaho, which will remain in low risk. Winds will have the strongest peaks along the Sierra Front and parts of south central Nevada. Relative humidities will begin to fall off again, back down to the teens and single digits for most of Nevada and Utah. They will start decreasing in Idaho, but are still on the higher end in comparison. Temperatures will begin to rise again. It's going to be a hotter day across the basin, with still some spotty chances of precipitation in northern Idaho. Tuesday, winds will be located in a diagonal swath from southwestern Nevada up to northern Idaho. Along this swath will also be a chance for some of this green moisture to reach the ground. The winds will be stronger in comparison to what we have been seeing the past few days. This has led us to issue a high risk for this wind in northeastern Nevada, where we have a lot of fire activity, and as well into eastern Idaho. Also, all areas will now be in moderate risk. Large swath of wind can be seen in that diagonal path, a lot more widespread than the recent wind. This will also be accompanied by very low relative humidities in the single to near single digits for most of the basin. Temperatures will also be high across the basin, especially in southeastern Nevada, central Idaho, and both northern Nevada and Utah. Some very small chances of isolated storms in the Nevada-Utah border area. Looking ahead to the next 3 days, we are expected to see some more precipitation to fall in northern and southern Idaho, primarily with the chance of some more isolated showers in other portions of the basin as well. Wednesday, very dry conditions in western Nevada, with some stronger winds in northern Nevada. A possible chance of some isolated storms in Utah and southeastern Nevada. All areas are going to remain under moderate risk. Thursday, very dry conditions continue across Idaho and Nevada. We will see some monsoonal precipitation impacting southern Utah and the Arizona Strip. Wind will also be on the quieter end. All areas are going to remain in moderate risk. Friday, mostly dry conditions, especially in Idaho, with some stronger winds in northern Idaho. More monsoonal precipitation in the Arizona Strip and southern Utah. These areas will be moved from moderate risk to low risk from Thursday's precipitation. Saturday, the precipitation from the past 2 days will improve more areas of Utah and also include southeastern Nevada from moderate risk to low risk. Also, a chance of still seeing some of the precipitation in those same areas. Looking ahead to the 7-day forecasted precipitation, we are expected to see some precipitation across most of the basin, with the highest totals in the Arizona Strip and a diagonal swath of Utah, with a higher focus of precipitation totals in southern Utah. NOAA's CPC outlook for the next 8 to 14 days shows near normal temperatures for most of Nevada and some of the Arizona Strip, with then above normal temperatures for the rest of the basin. Additionally, we will see above normal precipitation across the basin. If there's any questions, here are the contacts to reach out to. I hope you all enjoy your Sunday.